departed souls. The names of 6 families of the 7 are known to all true-born citizens of Schwarzgarten. The names of Offenbach, Koski, Engelfried, Dressler, Talbot, and Van Wienen. They were illustrious and wise and strong. Their names were carved in tablets of slate, that their great fame might live on through the generations. But legend does not record the name of the 7th family. It was a cursed name that was struck from the annals of the city many centuries ago. At the head of this family was a man whom fate had marked out for blacker deeds. His eyes were as dark as the cunning wolf, and his heart was cold as granite. "The ravens demand too much of us," said the one whose name is unknown. "Our rye bread and our river water is ours to do with as we please." The founding families were in fear of the man, and bowed to his wishes, though their hearts were troubled. When, on the eve of the festival of the departed souls, the ravens gathered to claim that which was rightfully theirs to claim, there was neither bread to eat, nor water to drink. The ravens cried a curse on the 7th family, which the one whose name is unknown repaid by killing 7 of the birds with blade and shot and fire. It was a dark act indeed, and the curse grew 7-fold to engulf all of the founding families. The one who committed the dark act was cast out for his evil by the elders of each family, banished beyond the city walls and condemned to wander in shame throughout the ages. But it was not enough to undo the curse. The ravens were protectors no more, but scavengers that spread fear and disease. Plague came and bloodshed followed, and down through the centuries came darkness and terror unimaginable. The curse today has long passed, undone by the crawling passage of the years and the certain knowledge that the name of the 7th family is now unknowable. But what is equally certain to those that believe in such things, and is indeed recorded in the northern manuscripts, is this: when the 7th of the 7 families returns to Schwarzgarten, the darkest of dark days will come once more to the great city. As related and translated by Gregorius von Hoffmeyer, historian of the city of Schwarzgarten and keeper of the northern manuscripts. Deceased. The Locksmith's Boy. The story of the founding of the city of Schwarzgarten at the beginning of this book was translated by my late father, long cold in his grave, who was keeper of the northern manuscripts before me. For those who are not familiar with the ancient city of Schwarzgarten, the name is derived from the old northern languages, that is to say, Schwarz meaning black and Garten meaning garden. The word black, of course, refers to the colour of the serpent-like river as it flows darkly through our great city. But the word garden is misleading here, as nothing flourished on the banks of the river. I can only imagine it was meant as a joke, though it is by no means amusing to me. It is quite true that the name of one of the 7 founding families is no longer known to living man. It is an ancient name of 1,000 years ago or more, and has been lost to the sands of time. Each in their turn, the remaining 6 of the 7 founding families ruled over Schwarzgarten. Some were good and just, others were cruel and greedy. But of all the 6, no family was more greedy for power than the house of Talbot. At the time our story begins, some 75 years ago, Schwarzgarten was ruled over by the tyrant Emete Talbot, who had seized power 19 years earlier. Talbot modelled himself after Emperor Xavier, who had ruled over Schwarzgarten 300 years before. Even his clothes had been made to resemble those of the emperor. Talbot did not believe in the modern world, in steam trains or factories or even clockwork. As far as he was concerned, the sun revolved around the earth, and he himself was at the very centre of the universe. And in his reign of terror he did all that he could to keep the clock from moving on. As a child he had wanted to do unpleasant things to people, and often did. "It is important to study your enemy closely," Talbot's father had cautioned his son, presenting him with a sword made by the city's master goldsmiths to mark the infant's 5th birthday.